Happy New Year.
Everybody knows this.
What a wonderful world.
Happy New Year, everyone. I see that many people are still recovering from the New Year's festivities. You are here for the first time today, aren't you? Would you stand for 1 second? Usually there's a lot more people, so you would be lost. Tell us your name. I know. You're okay. But tell us your name so I can keep you in mind. Oh, you've got it. Sue. Sue Ping. Sue Ping. Sue Ping, what do you do? You work for an insurance company. Great. Good. Well, thank you for bringing your consciousness, your energy, your love here today as you're looking. And you can stay standing, and you can all join her. And this song, Sujing, is for you. That's a gift for you. And this song is for you. Here we go. Sorry, Carol.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Come on, everybody, come on.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet.
Come on now.
See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Okay, say good morning to one another.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to a whole new year. Yes? So as you see, the sanctuary has been shifted a little bit because we are preparing to build the second part of our sanctuary. So there'll be a wall that comes in here. So we're just gearing up because people were like, what happened to the chairs? Well, this is what happened to the chairs. This is our new look in the sanctuary. Also, the projector finally this morning decided to die for good. So there will be no projections here today. And if you need to know what I'm saying, like the quote, turn around and look at that. So it's very experiential today. If you'd like to see the slide, back it up. Yes. But we are going to fix that this week to the best of my ability to put a 100 and some odd square foot screen. Square foot, no, it's going to be the entire wall. Yeah, inch television monitor. So we're not going to play with the projector anymore. We will have a real LED. Yes, 100, no, not this. Like that. Yeah, whatever. So we are working it through. So a lot of things changed, a lot of change. Are you all excited for change in the new year? Yeah. The good question is, how are you going to create that change? And we're going to talk about that today. So we come together every Sunday to do what? As a what? What are we? See, I'm not giving it to you anymore. That's my new mantra. Yes. We come together as a to do one thing only. And that one thing only is what, Corrine Draper? To know that right where I am, what? God is. And God means what? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting everybody to go, I don't know, what? God. Yeah. So, and it's really the understanding of what God is that we're going to talk about today too as well. So, also our vision statement, not behind the Christmas tree anymore, is love only. And love only. And love only. That's it. Forget these two. Because I always say if you remember who you are, you've got them all. But if you love only, you can't not know who you are. New way of looking at this. If you really, really get this and really, really live this, these will be a foregone conclusion that you will have already forgiven everything. If you're loving, you can't have love and unforgiveness in the same mind. You just can't. And you can't not know who you are if you recognize that all there is love. All there is love, everybody. Perfect. What do I need a band for? No. No. Let's give it up for the band, actually. Yeah. Okay. So love only, and then forgive everything. Anybody challenged with that at the moment? And then remember who you are. And remember who the rest of the world is too. Remember who every person on this planet is, and that we are all one. And therefore, what happens to the least of us happens to the greatest of us, and vice versa. So we need to really take that into consideration, especially here this morning. And we have a lot more to talk about today. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Come on up, Carol. You know, thinking about what I wanted us to sing this morning for our meditation song. This is one of my favorites. But I feel like the world is taking a trip down that river. And there's a lot of edges. And there's a lot of hardness. And there's a lot of cruelty that needs to be washed away. There's a lot of self-servingness that needs to be washed away. And it's easy to look out there and see it in the world, especially when we wake up on mornings like this or yesterday. There's a lot to see and point to. But the truth is, the only thing you really need to see and point to is yourself, is your own heart, your own life, your own soul. So I invite you to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and take this in for yourself. Rolling river God, little stones so smooth, but only once the water rushes through. And so I am a stone rough and grainy still, trying to reconcile this water's chill. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Sometimes raging wild, and sometimes swollen high, but never have I known these rivers dry. The deepest part of you is where I long to stay and feel those roughest edges wash away. And when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hands. Rolling river god, little stones so smooth, but only once the water rushes through. Take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to think about that. Thank you, Carol. Mm-hmm. So that's how I see the world right now. I see the world as an expansive, constantly evolving stream that's running down a river, and there are a lot of beautiful divine rocks to help us to smooth out. And I do believe we are smoothing out, no matter what it may look like. That's the truth. That's the spiritual truth. So let's bring up another great dynamo in terms of our spiritual truth here at this center. Let's bring up the Reverend Dr. Eric Overholzer. So good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad that you jumped the gun, but that's okay. I'm so glad that you...
But they don't know it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that the next slide? Was that the next slide? Oh. No, not that one. Go back. Where's the video? It's at the end? Okay, well, just hold on to it then for a second. we have to talk about the new. Do you have the theme for the year in there? We had so much to do today. I didn't go over all the slides. The slides are behind me. You're not seeing anything anyway. Okay. See that? The first Sunday of the year that I didn't look through the slides to make sure they were in order. Okay, so we have a new theme for this year.
Okay.
This is the theme for the month, okay? The theme is discombobulation, clearly, and we're doing well. Now, the theme for the new year is, can I have a little drum roll? A kinder world in 2026. So the theme for the year for me and for us as a center here and in Palm Springs is to step into a kinder consciousness, to understand kindness in a much deeper way, to be kinder people, to see the world in a kinder context. And it can be challenging, I know that, but I think we need challenging themes. And it doesn't rhyme. For the first time in over 25 years, our theme doesn't rhyme. I looked back to see what we did in 2006. I don't remember what we did. I couldn't find it, but I'm sure we rhymed it. But this year it is a kinder world in 2026. And the point to that for me, Eric, is I'm not asking the world to be kinder. I'm asking myself to be kinder so that my world is kinder. Mm-hmm. And, Kevin, hand me that piece of paper there. So in the meditation this morning, Craig Lincoln brought up a quote from Ernest Holmes that was so perfect. Craig, thank you for this. He says this, he says, "We are kind not because we must be or should be, but because we know." So the question is, are we going to know what we know and live from it? So what do you think about the new theme itself for the year?
I love it. I've often thought when we were in practitioner class and we had to write our eulogy, plan our memorial service.
Does you all know that? When you take practitioner class, there's the whole thing on death and dying and what it means to our philosophy, and the practitioner has to write their own eulogy, their entire service. In fact, Tiffany in hers wrote, she was so specific, she actually wrote at one point, "Right at this moment, Dr. James fills up with tears." Yeah. Remember that?
I do.
Yes.
No, actually, I wasn't in your practitioner class.
Oh, you're in a different one, yeah.
But as I've thought about it more and more, I think I'd like to be known as a here lays, or probably more here scattered.
Here is a scattered Eric Overholtz.
No, here's a kind man scattered.
Yeah, you know what?
And like ultimately, that's what I believe I am, but what I would like to be remembered. I don't care, like when we ask a new visitor, to be really honest, I'm not that interested in what they do.
No, who are they?
Who are they? I'm a kind person. Like that's what I do.
But we could tell she was a kind person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I'm like, and I think that's the thing, like with Craig's quote, the earlier part of, this philosophy is about, a basis of it is cause and effect. I like to think that we're actually causal. We are the cause. I create the life that I want because my kindness creates my experience of life.
And that's, I think, what Ernest Holmes means.
Right.
And also in his talking about kindness, he talks about kindness as being an energy, a vibration. That's what kindness is. And if we live in a vibratory world, if we live in a world of energy that surrounds us because we are that energy, then the energy that we vibrate out is the energy that fills our world.
And when I was driving in, I was thinking about like my personal evolution of understanding kindness, or, I think my first iteration would be as a little boy, as a little kid, to be good.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a good boy, and from that place it was like morals, it was ethics. Here's what's good, here's what that, and that was a foundation. which I'm really grateful for. And then it probably evolved into nice. If I'm nice, people will like me. If I'm nice, people will, you'll get what you want. So it's like the evolution of being good into niceties, which is more of a outward type thing. It's more of a social construct, I guess.
It's to receive as opposed to what am I giving. Yeah, it's like, if I'm nice, people will do this.
Exactly.
I'll get this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when I was really honest, I'm like, who am I kidding? I don't want to be liked. I want to be adored. No, like in reality, that is the truth. And how do I get that? That goes back to being a kind person.
Yeah. Well, I just want you
being
to
able to
know,
walk in.
I adore you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
And if I were to, if someone asked me to give them 3 words that described you, kind would definitely be one of those 3 words.
What are the other 2?
I can't show them. They're not acceptable on stage.
But actually, a kind man.
Yeah.
And I think that is the part, as you've known, years ago, Tiffany used to make fun of me, and I don't currently do it, but for so many years, I never locked my front door because I knew that I was safe. Like the energy of who I am, the consciousness of who I am, created my experience of the world. Of knowing that
Until
I'm safe.
someone was murdered in your hallway.
Well, that's a small detail. And for another year and a half, I still
And
did
you
not-
still kept it
I still
unlocked.
kept
I know.
it unlocked.
Yes.
But I think it was because of my consciousness. I know that I'm safe.
Yes. Well, Ernest Holmes did that too, remember?
No.
The airport. Ernest Holmes left his luggage in the middle of an airport, and all of his people were like, and he started to walk away, and all of his people were like, Ernest, you can't leave your luggage here. He goes, I don't have the consciousness of my luggage being stolen. And he left.
I was in Milan and left my cell phone in the back of an Uber, and foreign country, don't speak the language, didn't freak out. I'm like, it's not lost. It's just not with me. But because of my belief system, I do believe that this is a kind world.
Yeah.
And I do believe that there is more good than not. And I was going off to another part of Italy on my own, so I got a temporary phone. But I knew that the phone, there was no reason to panic because it came from the consciousness of, I'm safe. I'm exploring a new part of the world. My phone is in someone else's hand. Within a week and a half, that phone was back to me in Los Angeles because it was found an hour and a half outside of Milan and tracked it down. And to me, that's a product of, it's all an inside job.
Consciousness.
Consciousness.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. Do you want to try the affirmation?
Let's try it.
Yeah.
So
This is the new affirmation for the month, folks.
since you can't see it, I'm going to
But you can turn around and look at it.
I'm going to
It's
say
right
it
there.
twice, and then I'm going to ask us to say it together once. In all that I say, think, and do, I choose kindness. So I'm going to read it one more time. In all that I say, think, and do, I choose kindness. Now together.
In all that I say, think, and do, I choose kindness.
That's a great affirmation because
Thank
we
you.
are always at volition. We're always at choice. And I think that's to choose to love.
And there's
choose
2
to
words
forget. Mm-hmm.
on here. Last night in Palm Springs, I asked them what they thought the hardest word in this was, and they answered it to what I thought the answer was, which is think. It's what you say and what you do are 2 things that we will see, and you will be accountable for what you say, and you'll be accountable for what you do. But your thinking is private, and that's really where the work gets done, in your thinking. But then someone else said, really, because I thought the word that was the hardest was all. In all that I say, think, and do. You can't choose. I can be kind to these people, but these people I can't be kind to.
And that's
They
where
don't deserve my kindness.
And that's where I would say choose. Choice is the
Totally.
strongest word because
It is the
I'm
strongest.
always at the choice of, am I going to choose all that I say and to all that I meet kindness?
And that's what I'm
the
asking.
operative thing.
And that's what I'm asking you to do today. I'm asking you today, before you leave this sanctuary, to choose, to make the choice to be in a kinder world of your own, to be kinder, to literally listen to what we're talking about today and live from it, to really take the idea of kindness and move it into your being, into your life. We drove away from our spiritual center last night, and I said something that was unkind. Like, instantly I got in the car, and I said something, and Kevin started laughing, and I said, why is that funny? He said, that was unkind. And I was like, oh my God, you're totally right. So it's not easy.
No, it's a practice, and I think then it goes back to the operative word for me is choose.
Yeah.
Okay, I was unkind. I choose to be kinder.
Yeah.
I choose.
And that's okay. If you find yourself, like I did last night in a moment, saying something that may not be kind, that's okay. But catch it and do better next time. And make the decision to do better next time, over and over and over.
Or be willing to make the decision to be kinder. Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes it starts with a willingness.
Well, that's funny. You'll see what my talk is today.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so it is.
Let's give it up for Reverend Dr. Eric. Okay, the other thing I want to do today is talk about what we teach here, but I'm going to do it in a very unique way. So this is the video. Swan. Oh, you're not going to see it now. Oh, you're all going to have to turn around. Wait. Okay, can you all see it? Well, then come up here and watch this. And really pump up that volume.
What if I no longer believe in a God out there somewhere? An old gray-haired man with some grand plan. It seems a silly notion to have such devotion to something so arbitrary, akin to a magic potion. If you were ever there, you long ago ceased to be for me. If it's done unto you as you believe, maybe that is the key. What if what I believe is all I can see? What if God is everywhere, not out of reach? Not an old man in the sky, but every breath that I breathe in the eyes of a stranger, in my own heartbeat, a love that fills all space now. That's something I can believe. Can I conceive of something new, or am I out here on my own? My heart says no, it isn't true. I don't have to make do by myself all alone. There is something more to know. I feel it, I swear. An energetic flow, alive everywhere, through the flowers and the trees, in the earth and the air. What if my prayer is being answered everywhere? What if God is everywhere, not out of reach? Not an old man in the sky, but in the breath that I breathe, in the eyes of a stranger, in my own heartbeat, a love that fills all space now. That's something I can believe. In the sky, yes, but also in the mess. What if all life is here to bless? No place God is not, no space in between. An invisible field connects everything. Yes, God is everywhere, not out of reach. Not an old man
So, I'm sorry you all had to turn around to watch that and you didn't get a big version of it on the screen here. That song was written by Dr. Lori Savage. Yes, with the help of AI. Certainly she didn't sing it. She told us that. Last night she goes, you know that's not me singing it. I said, we're all aware of that. But she wrote that song. And I was really impressed. Yeah. I sat and cried through the whole thing, and I just did again. Because it's what we teach, but it's a way of saying what we teach without saying it. It's a way of doing what I think we so clearly need to be doing. We have, this center is very much an educational center. I am very focused on the classes we teach. I am very focused, and my ministry circles around the idea of taking quantum science and moving it into quantum metaphysics and understanding more and getting clearer and smarter about what's going on, what our brains are doing, why we're reacting the way we are. I want to know all of that. But at the end of the day, if all I am is a brain filled with information that is so freaking clogged up that it can't find its own heart, I have missed the boat. And so for me, it's so important for us to have an experiential center where sound baths are here, where the 3D breath work is here, that all of the things we do here at this center give people the experience of feeling that God is everywhere. And a video like that helps us to get out of our heads and drop into our hearts. And yet it's saying the same stuff. What if God were everywhere? What if God was in Amy Shapiro's eyes? And that when you looked into it, that's what you saw. You didn't really see Amy Shapiro. You saw yourself. What if that's what we could give to the world? What if that's what we could teach to the world? What if, and I don't even want to use the word teach. What if that's what we could show to the world by being? I really want to be that thing from Harry Met Sally. I want people to point to me and say, I want what he has. I want to live the life he's living because he knows what he knows or lives what he lives. Not just speaks about it on Sunday, but lives it in my life. So that's where we are headed. And that song, what if God is everywhere? What if God? Well, God is everywhere, in everyone and everything. So it's time to start behaving as such and not think that someone else is not. So thank you, Dr. Lori Savage, for that. Yes. And so, to take us into our month of kindness, my husband is going to sing a song that he sang off-Broadway in a beautiful musical. And I don't think there could be a better song to start this year with. Mr. Kevin Bailey.
Our good friend David Friedman wrote this song. So many things we can't control, so many hurts that happen every day, so many heartaches that pierce the soul, so much pain that will never go away. How do we make it better? How do we make it through? What can you do when there's nothing we can do? We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. Nobody really wants to fight. nobody really wants to go to war. If everyone wants to make things right, what are we always fighting for? Does nobody want to see it? Does nobody understand? The power to heal, it's right here in your hand. We can be kind. We can take care of each other. We can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. Oh, and it's not enough to talk about it, and not enough to just sing a song. We must walk the walk about it, you and I. It's do or die. We've got to try to get along. We can be kind. We can take care of each other. We can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And maybe we'll find true peace of mind if we always remember we can be
Yeah, I could go home now. There's a part in the song where David wrote, and it's not enough to talk about it. It's not enough to get up and sing a song. We have to walk the walk. And for me, that's what this year is going to be. To really walk the walk and to walk the talk of being kinder, to create a kinder world for myself, a kinder life. And that also means being kinder to myself, by the way, for all of us. Being kind to ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we push ourselves to accomplish, push ourselves to do this, do that, as opposed to back off and give yourself a breath. Give yourself the time. Give yourself the love to be. There's also a part in the song that says, what can we do when there's nothing left, when there's nothing we can do? You know, when I first heard that song years ago, I used to think, well, there's always something we can do. But I liked how this went. When I heard it recently, just this week when I was working on this talk, what can we do when there's nothing we can do? We can be kind. But think about that. When there's nothing more you can do, it's because you've exhausted the exterior things in life. Everything out there. You're doing everything you can do. But are you being who you are? Are you actually stepping into being kind, being clear, being God. Greatness on demand. Being the greatness that you are sometimes doesn't mean doing great things. It means being the consciousness of greatness so that greatness can flow out of you. That's where we're headed. That's where we have to be headed. Nobody really wants to fight. Nobody really wants to go to war. If everyone wants to make things right, then what are we always fighting for? Yesterday when I woke up to the news that what was going on in the world was scary to me, and I think tipped an even overflowing cup to even more overflowing in terms of how are we treating one another? What are the things that are important to us in this country, in this world? I don't even want to just point out our country. What's really going on? Are we really paying attention to how we treat one another? Are we really doing the work to make people safe, to make people free? Or are we doing the work to make ourselves more powerful? And the reason why I believe the world powerful people try to make themselves more powerful is because they don't know who they are and they feel they are not powerful. Because if they actually knew, as Ernest Holmes said earlier, if you actually knew who you were and knew that everyone else was that as well, you couldn't possibly behave the way you're behaving. And that's not just our government, that's many governments in the world. There's so much going on in the world that when we look at. And so this lyric hit me a very different way. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants to go to war. Well, that's not exactly true. Some people do because that's all they know. And some people want to go to war because they see that as their way to get more of what they want. And I see that. Because then the next two lines make sense. If everyone wants to make things right, then what are we always fighting for? If everyone really cared about their fellow man because they knew that you, Catherine, are me, James. We are the same person in different personalities. So, at the end of the song, he says, does nobody want to see it? Does nobody understand? The power to heal is right there in our hand. So, I don't need PowerPoint. Oh, do I? Yeah, that way, yeah. The title of my talk today, here are the slides, Can to Will. From can to will. Here's the thing. You can be kind, but will you be kind? It's so easy. You can do anything, but will you do anything? I mean, that's the question I have as I stepped into this year, into 2026. How do I go from what I know I can do to what I will do? And I don't mean will in the future, to what I do. I actually do. How do we go from can to will? So I was driving home from somewhere, and I stopped at a red light right by my house and saw this fabulous poster, a billboard. And I read it, and I smiled, and I was like, oh, my God, that's a brilliant. So in my head, I'm like, remember what the billboard said. I get home, I open the door, and Kevin had a question about the house. And I answered it, and we got to talking. I was like, oh, what was that slide? Oh, my God, I totally forgot what it was. I knew the beginning of it. And Kevin was like, well, where was the billboard? I said, right around the corner. He goes, then go look. So I did. I went back, and I looked at the billboard. You're going to have to turn around and this isn't the billboard, but this is the quote. Smile. You just became the reason this billboard exists. Isn't that awesome? You know, you're sitting on a corner, and there's all this stuff going on. It's like, smile, and I did. You just became the reason this billboard exists. And I looked. I was like, okay, what are they selling? They're selling something. Nothing. Someone bought that billboard. Watch, someone's going to figure out that it's about something, but I could not find it. Someone bought that billboard so that I would smile in the middle of a busy day. That's kindness. That's kindness, to give someone a chance to smile. Maybe maybe I just came from the doctor and had a horrible diagnosis, and I'm sitting at a corner, and it says, smile. You're the reason this billboard exists. Take my mind off of whatever that is for the moment. That's what we have the power to do, the power right there in our hands. So my question really is, what is kindness? What is kindness? And last night, in Saturday night services in Palm Springs, it's very experiential. Everyone's, in a circle somewhat, and we all talk, and we go into pockets, and people talk about what we're talking about that week. And, one of the things is, what is kindness? And people were answering the question of what is kindness. And while I go to it's an energy, it's a vibration, but someone said something that really hit me when she said it. She said, well, actually, to me, kindness just means making other people as comfortable as you want yourself to be. Making people feel good about themselves because you want to feel good about yourself. And when she said it, it was just so honest and so typical. It's like, be kind. Make someone else feel the way you want to feel. Help them to be as happy as joyful. And I love that. This is from Theodore Isaac Rubin. Kindness. And he said, kindness is more important than wisdom, and the recognition of this is the beginning of wisdom. Now just think about that for a second. Kindness is more important than wisdom, and the recognition of this is the beginning of wisdom. So if we start our year saying to ourselves, I want my world to be kinder. I want my body to feel kinder. I want my mind to be peaceful and feel kinder. I want people around me to be happier because I'm happier. If I start my world like that, then what have I also done? I've opened my mind up to the possibilities, to the infinite potentiality of the universe. I'm no longer trying to make things happen. I'm actually being the creative energy that is making things happen. Very different mindset. So, from can to will, what is going to make 2026 different from 2025 for you, or 2024, or 2023, 2022, go all the way back to when you were born in 1902? What's going to make this year different? What's going to make this year actually accomplish something, and not by doing, but by being? What's going to make this year different? Now, people were yelling out last night, choice. You have to make a decision. It's like, yeah, you do have to make a decision. You do have to make a choice. But the real thing is, when you make a decision or you choose something, what is the consciousness behind it? What's the energy behind that choice? What's the energy behind that decision? Because we all make decisions. We all make resolutions at the beginning of a year. And then by February, March, our consciousness has shifted somehow. It's no longer that important to us. We let it go. So what is going to make 2026 different? What's going to start your year off with a bang and let it keep resonating throughout the entire rest of your life? Intention, yes. And intention is a consciousness. What do you really intend? And there's a beautiful quote here. Well, let me get to this one first. Look at this. I'll read it to you. From Walt Disney. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So we've all talked a lot about we've been talking about this freaking projector for months now, and none of us have done a damn thing about it except try to fix pieces of it. Well, tomorrow we're getting rid of it. That's it. It's done. We're moving on. It's about the intention. What's the intention? It's not the decision to do something about the projector, which Thor's been doing things about, Swan's been doing things about. It's the intention to have a functioning wall, not fix the projector. So there's always, what can you move to make sense out of what your intention is about, what your decision is about? If my decision is, and one of my resolutions this year, my big resolution, my global, let's call it, resolution, is to live a simpler life by following my heart. That's my resolution for the year, to live a simpler life by following my heart. Not my mind, not my brain, not what everybody thinks I should be doing, but follow my heart. But what does that mean? It's a great resolution. It's a great intention. But what's the consciousness behind it? What's behind that intention? Well, what's behind that is intention is that I've become aware that I need to live more in the being than the doing. And that's the simplification of my life. I'll probably do more in this simple version of myself because I'm much more focused now on being who I am and not doing what I need to do. So that's a great quote from Disney because here's the thing. I picked that picture that you can't see. I picked that picture because if Walt Disney was someone who just talked about things and didn't do it, we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have Disneyland. We wouldn't have Mickey Mouse. We wouldn't have Disney World. We wouldn't have so much of what that man created because he was a doer. He had an idea and he accomplished it. What's going to cause you to have an idea and accomplish it in 2026? And I'm going to tell you that the number one thing is that you get real clear about who you are. Because most people don't accomplish what they say they want to do because they suddenly don't believe they can do it. They feel less about what they've decided to do. So William Butler Yeats said this, "Do not wait to strike until the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking." This is for all you perfectionists out there who are going to wait until everything's perfect to then do the thing you say you're going to do. I'm going to write that book, but I'm going to wait till I have all the ideas, and then I'm going to wait until I make sure no one else is writing about that out in the world. Oh, they did. I have to think of a new idea. No. Just pick up a pencil or a pen or open your typewriter and start writing. That's it. And the more you write, the more you write, the more you write, your iron gets hot, and it's time for it to be published. It's that sort of thing. Can I tell you how many people tell me that they're going to write a book? And a lot of, now in our center, you can't, if you throw a stone, you'll hit someone that just wrote a book. I mean, that's what we're doing here, and that's great. But so many people, so many things, different things. I'm going to do this. Are you? Or would you like to do this? You know, how do you move from can, I know you can do that, but will you do that? And if you won't, what's the reason? And I'll tell you what it is. In 2026, we need to stop waiting. And I'll ask you this today. What are you waiting for to live the life you know is the life you want to live? Careers that people want to have. Crazy ideas that people want to have. Who was it that told me the other day they had this really successful life on Wall Street? Oh, a friend of ours told us about his friend. This 28, 29-year-old entrepreneur on Wall Street was making tons of money and was unhappy. And he said, and my friend, and all of our friends were like, are you insane? You're making so much money. And he's like, nope, I can't do it. He quit his job, moved to Los Angeles, and started writing movies because that's what he wanted to do. He said, I've always wanted to write movies. And I think he sold his first movie this year, a couple years ago. He just gave it all up. That's what I'm talking about. What are we waiting for? And you know what it is? We are waiting, and we put things in place of the thing we want to do, and that becomes the thing that we're doing now. That takes all of our energy. That takes all of our focus. And that thing that we thought we wanted to do when we were actually in touch with our authentic self, that's just lying there, asking for you to pay attention to it. So, what's it going to take? What's it going to take this year for you to stop waiting and actually start being the thing itself? The thing itself. So, another question I had is, what happens if you do take what I'm saying today and start living it? A kinder world in 2026. What's going to happen? What happens when you start being kind to yourself, to the people around you? Well, Amelia Earhart said this, a single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and the roots spring up and make new trees. So my question to you also is this, where have you been laying your roots? Because they're all out there. You are this infinite field of pure energy and creativity, and you are putting roots everywhere. When you think, when you feel, all of that is creating the roots of your life. Where are you putting them? What trees are you growing? Are you putting out roots of fear? Are you putting out roots of uncomfortableness? Are you putting out roots of joy? What roots are you putting out? If you think about it, everything you think, feel, everything that you decide creates a ripple. And those are, as Amelia Earhart would say, those are the roots of your life. So what if you were putting out roots of kindness every day, and you were just building this vibrational world around you where you were no longer waiting for something to happen, you were the thing that was happening. And therefore, life is reciprocating perfectly, which it's already doing now, by the way. So, Thich Nhat Hanh said this. He said, enlightenment is not an escape from the world, it is full participation in it. Many people think that they have to get all quiet and somber and sit on a rooftop or a hilltop and turn into a pretzel and meditate and do all of this work. But you know what? I'm not poo-pooing any of that work. But if you're not doing that work to be able to integrate it into your life, what are you doing it for? Probably to get peaceful. But we have to learn how to be peaceful in that crowd. Oh, you can't see it. In that crowd there. You all 9 can see it. There was benefit to being home today. In that home, they're seeing this. So, enlightenment is not an escape from the world, it's full participation in it. And that takes me a little bit to who we are as a community. We have been such a beautiful little secret community here in Westlake Village, hidden here in the unseen water court that has no signage anywhere. It's just a building that houses so many different things that you can't know about because you're not allowed to put signage up anywhere about this building. Done with excuses. That cannot be an excuse for us to be invisible in a world that needs us to be way more visible. It is time for us to take our enlightenment and participate fully in the world with it. And I'm so grateful to Tiffany and to Kirby for being part of the team that is actually making that happen. To take this center, and next week, when we have our general meeting and we announce a new name and we explain everything we're doing, it'll be fun to see all of your reactions and for you to really see where we're going and what we are doing with this. So, Ernest Holmes gets the last quote of the day. Spiritual truth becomes real only when acted upon, when thought, feeling, and behavior align. This center I will no longer allow this center to be a center that is purely thought-based. It has to be heart-based and thought-based, and it has to be this coherent alignment of heart and brain so that we are feeling our way into this expansive evolution that life is, and that we need to be the lighthouse for that. We need to stand up and say, I got a beautiful call from someone in Anton that I highly respect, who said to me, you know, James, your center is leading the way for many of our centers to see what Ernest Holmes was really talking about. I cannot tell you what that phone call did for me. I said, thank you. I said, and he also was very clear saying, and by the way, it's not just you, it's your students. He said, your students have done so many amazing things out in the world, and I know that. There's a conference coming up, and I believe Liza is one of the keynotes in that. Laurie Savage is a keynote in that conference. So we are on the precipice, and it's time to jump off that precipice, by the way. It's time to leap into the world and really take what we understand at this center forward. So from can to will. The last thing I want to say to you today is you have everything at your fingertips, just like Kevin sang in the song. The power to heal. And when I say heal, I don't indicate a disease. I mean the power to reveal all that you have to offer into the world. The power to do that is right there in your mind, in your heart, in the understanding that the heart and the mind coming together is a powerful tool. When you know what you know, and take that knowing with feeling and move it through this vibration of creative energy, we have the power to move mountains. And I think we've known that for a long time. We've known that we can do that. Will we? You bet your ass. Namaste. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Ass is not a curse word, just so you know. Okay. And Brad Kiefer's not here, so. Okay. Again, I'm going to keep reminding you, our annual meeting is next Sunday, the 11th. We will reveal all of the finances of the center, where we're going, what we have done, the decisions we've made. And I'm excited for next week for you all to be here. So please.
It'll be immediately following the service, and if you're watching online, it'll be online for any of our members at large around the country.
Correct. So take out your gift this morning, and let's know that right where you are blessed. You are constantly expanding. You are constantly in this dynamic field of giving and receiving. So know that as you give, you receive. As you receive, you give. And that it is always, always blessed. And it's good to have Carol back.
I'm so happy to be back. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. And I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. Are you blessed today? I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Thank you, James. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, community. I am so blessed. Sing along with us today, you guys. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Yes, I am. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Oh.
Beautiful. You can stay up here.
Gorgeous.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Swan, do you have announcements?
Good morning. Today is Sunday, January 4th, and here are your GTC weekly announcements. Coming up this month, Sunday, January 11th at 11:30 a.m. following the service, we will be holding our annual meeting. Come with open hearts and curious minds to find out what's going on with the future of your spiritual center. Find out what's happening with education. Find out what's happening with the budget, and a whole bunch of other cool things. It will be held in the sanctuary, and all are encouraged to attend. January's theme is kindness. In all that I say, think, and do, I choose kindness. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR codes you find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone, and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a beautiful week, everyone.
Swan, that was great. I love that you did the affirmation at the end. That was beautiful. Okay, so I was just going to say something. What was it? Oh, Kevin and Marcy Welland have put together the most amazing year of events and fundraising events, which we will lay out shortly.
Yeah, next week as part of the meeting.
Oh, it's part of the meeting. Great, excellent. So many different things to do and have fun doing. And there will be a Mind Over Bowling event as well. How many bowlers do we have here? Yes, exactly. You don't have to be a good bowler. You just have to be willing to pick up a ball and throw it towards something. Yes, that's it. So we're very excited about that as well. Lots of fun things. The practitioners will get a chance to go to the desert this spring for a big weekend, and the board members for a big weekend. So we just have a lot going on. Very excited about. So I invite you all to stand. And let's take this out. So you think there's nothing new under the sun? If it's possible, it's already been done. So you think this stage has all been set? Well, think again.
You ain't seen nothing yet. The sun'll come up with the wave of your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. It all turned out just the way that you planned. Believe it, you will see it.
So you say you finally made your bed, Lisa, and there's nothing down that road ahead. If you think this is as good as it gets, you want to bet, Karen?
Hey, hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. The sun'll come up with the wave of your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. It all turned out just the way that you planned. Believe it, you will see it. Believe it, you will see it. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. Hey, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Come on, Eric. You ain't seen nothing yet. The sun'll come up with the wave of your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. It all turned out just the way that you planned. Believe it, you will see it. Believe it, you will see it. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. Yeah, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy New Year. Have a great week.